signs and cross-watchers. Welcome to your Timeless Chakra Reading. I am your reader, Mark Angelo, Lyons, Mal for short. I'm a professional witch, a professional intuitive. I'm the president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of Words of Grace as well as Spell Ingredient from a Professional Witch. My first two books, the third one is in progress. There's a Kindle version for Words of Grace if you would like to check it out for free. You can click the link in the description box. See that it's primarily divided into chakra chapters. It's a chakra reading. You might find it helpful, and the Kindle version is very lovely. But the original version, so colorful, we had to tone it way down for Kindle. That one is over on patreon.com/drawing the circle in our digital store, as well as Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch. You can only get that on Patreon. In our digital shop, we also have some audio stuff on there. My voice doing meditations and, prayers, wake you up, slow you down, right? All of that, chakras and whatnot. Some of my subscribers get that content as part of their subscription package, right? Their benefit package. All of my subscribers, however, get 3 benefits in common. A daily check-in when I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning, chatting with them about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a meditation, a blessing, something to send us on our way. And it has been a life-saving way for me to start the day, because if you have not heard, I am moving from Long Island to Saratoga Springs. By the time this reading comes out, I will actually already be moved in. I'm doing this weeks ago from where you're watching this, when you're watching this, because I'm packing and moving and selling this place up and off. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. They're all relationship-based stuff, soulmates, twin flames, path of true love, all of that. They also get an extensive discount on private sessions with me, spiritual counseling, half-hour power reading in person, Zoom recorded, all of that and more. They get an extensive discount on that. And we have 2 7-day free trials, Seeker and Human, our first 2 levels of subscription. You can check us out for 7-day for free and then Bolt. I'm okay with it. I'd rather you have access. But everyone who has done it has stayed at least a month to get the extensive discount. We'll talk about that again at the end of the video. There's more info on that if you want it. So I love it. It is the best career move that I have ever made. So click the link, check the menu, and come Patreon on Patreon. Because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. But you can just call me Mal or Mr. Lyons if you're nasty. Hi! Hey, my Sagittariuses. Let's get down to business. A lot's going on here at the home office. Very excited to be moving north at the time of this recording. Literally, by the time this publishes, I will have been there for almost about a week, I think. So let's do some explanation for the new Sagittarians and cross-watchers, and then we'll get to the divination. Hi, new Sagittarians and cross-watchers. This is a chakra read using the 8 chakra system that I learned from Caroline Myss, MYSS. She's a PhD in her book, Anatomy of the Spirit, Life-Changing Work, and we are going to be using 1 Caroline Myss archetype cards in support of her work, Sacred Contracts, to look at what's going on in the 8th chakra, the healing pattern, the soul power. You're alchemizing from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, and this is what sends down the codes, the lessons, whatever you want to call it, to all the other chakras, shifting what they attract and what they repel. So, crown, third eye, throat, and heart working down. We are going to get 1 Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a goddess deck, because it's goddess energy, feminine energy, internal, creative intuition. This is visionary intuition. This is creative intuition, the inside stuff that maybe you share, maybe you don't, although you're Sagittarians, you usually do. And then we will look at the lower 3 chakras, relationships in the physical world. Outside, looking at yourself, you from the inside, looking out at people, places, things that you have relationship, even places like homes or, whoever, wherever, I guess. And certainly your relationship to yourself in the world, there can be mirroring, particularly with cross-watchers. Then we're going to get a Whisper of Love Oracle from the Whisper of Love Oracle set. Who would have thunk? Angela Hartfield, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. If this is a solo gig, it's pretty much from your higher self. If there are other people involved, that collective does have a say, and there have been a lot of those, it feels like, in this series so far, and we will end with a Matt Kahn healing mantra to help you heal, right? There it is. And cross-watchers, here's your opportunity to get some insight, understanding, sympathy, and empathy for the Sagittarian you are cross-watching for. And I've heard it over and over again that a lot of times cross-watchers, the read is about them, but in relationship to whomever they are cross-watching for. So, the whisper of love, the mantra, if you're not seeing anything in the chakras that relates directly to you, you can still help them. Because here's how it goes. It's all energy. E equals MC squared. So as you shift an energy field, if you heal, that's the language we're using, bring them into alignment, congruent, you shift to a more golden timeline rather than lead, right? That's what I mean. Toxic, healthy, fear, love, 3 atoms in between lead and gold that have to be released. The process of spiritual alchemy. So as you do that, you're not just helping the Sagittarian you're cross-watching for, you're doing it for all of the Sagittarians and their cross-watchers who will ever watch this reading in the future. I guess past, present, future doesn't apply, but whatever. So that's the explanation. I did some lovely breath work before this, had a little shot of some lemonade, some organic lemonade, a little drop of honey in that little potion ready to go. So let's do this. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath, if you will. I promise you. I will do my best to help anyone shift to a more golden timeline for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser life, and a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way. For a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, and that includes the planet and the ecology and the economy and, all of it, unity being what it is. And the shift from explanation to divination happens in the still point. It's my favorite part of doing this on camera, and I do it with clients too. So here we go. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. A place for everything. And everything in its place. But all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will. So let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, what's in the 8th chakra that the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross-watchers watching this video drawn to this reading need to be aware of to set the pattern, to get the archetype, the alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, shifting from toxicity to health, from fear to love, from illusion to truth in this timeless chakra read. The artist, yay! Well, as beautiful as a archetype may sound, is as horrible as it is in its shadow, and that's what's written on the card. The shadow attribute and the light attribute, I call this lead, this gold. Those 3 atoms have to be released. They can't be created or destroyed, only transmuted, transformed, pick your language. So I'm going to read you these. The shadow attribute of the artist, a creative family archetype. There are 9 different families. Using talent as an excuse to mistreat others. Been there, done. I've been at Fashion Week, sweetheart. I know. I have seen it up close. Not to me, though. They don't dare. They knew I was a witch. Posing as the starving artist to elicit pity. I'm sure that goes on, but that's just not a good-looking gig in general. The light attribute, or the gold, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, right? Like, I'm a dancer. I dance pretty much every day. And that is that. That's like reaching into these energies, vibrations, feelings, whatever, and expressing them, right? Even though my cats are watching, but, that's about it. Inspiring others to see life symbolically. And by the way, this is exactly what I'm doing right now. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or lifetime. I have the artist, a reason, season, or lifetime. I'm rather well trained. But, my mystic life called me away from showbiz, and thank the gods for that. So, interesting, creative family archetype. Let's see how this goes. Next 4 chakras down. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. place for everything and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. My beloved goddesses, what's going on? Heart, third eye, crown, for the Sagittarius collective to help them alchemize the artist in the 8th in this timeless read. Excellent 9 of Pentacles, and really a lovely card, Malama. Pacific goddess, Pacific Ocean goddess there. Definitely, the volcanic islands, how verdant and green and lush they are. A Earth card, however, 9 of Pentacles on the inner, is about wisdom. Not necessarily like money, right? Unless, you swallowed something you ought not swallowed. But chances are this is like, you're good. It is that now I got my own wealth of wisdom. I ain't at the 10 yet, but I'll get there eventually. Right? That kind of stance. Very, very powerful. Definitely a goddess of fertility, but abundance, big time here. So you got a lot of wisdom here. Now, putting that which people can't see, what's on the inside of you, out into the world would certainly be an artist archetype move. A lot of people don't realize everybody has an inner artist, right? Like my mom does it through gardens. Now she's a Cancerian. Of course it's in her gardens and in her house, right? I could never do. Give me the same supplies. I could not pull off what she pulls off. That's why she's helping me get the new house together. Big time, right? So let's see what this looks like. Again, this is looking at yourself from the outside and or you looking from the inside out at people, places, and things. Please take a nice deep breath. There's a lot going on in the condo village today. Garbage just came right now, and the landscapers were here with the wind blowers, the leaf blowers. They're doing construction across the street. So I turned up the ocean sounds just a little bit more than usual. Please take a nice deep breath. Still. Place for everything and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, what's going on? Lower 3 chakras, outside in, inside out, for the Sagittarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and their cross-watchers. To help them bring this all into alignment with the artist in the 8th, Malama, 9 of Pentacles on the inner. What's going on in the outer for this timeless read? 10 of Swords. Now, don't freak. People hate the 10 of Swords. Every tarot card is neutral, but again, it's a scale of lead to gold, shadow to light, blah, blah, blah. So definitely this could be dealing with a larger conversation that has finally completed. Now, this is a little rough. When you get stuck between the Furies and Apollo, Athena comes in. It's the mythic tarot. It's all Greek myth. All the pieces of the puzzle are on the table. There is something resolved here one way or the other. There is always the sun rising on the horizon, which is true in this card as well. So it is the completion of the 10 of Swords. Now, this does not depict stabby in the back, right? This is not a vibe of betrayal, but it is saying enough. Right? Athena comes in to calm down the Furies and say, leave them alone. Well, matricide, patricide. There's a lot going on in Greek tragedies, right? So, so wisdom prevails here. It's another way to see the 10 of Swords. It's like, oh, I get it. Oh, I get it. And remember, you have this wisdom inside of you. You could be acting as an artist that is bringing that wisdom to life, really helping people, perhaps, in some way, put the pieces of the puzzle together for the new Ace of Swords to rise from that, which is also Athena, the Ace of Swords, the new thought. In the outside world, though, in terms of chakras, like it depends, relationships in the world, this could be a bunch of people, a lot of swords there. But it could also be you very much in your own solar plexus. Notice as I'm covering mine, right? To really use what you have, that wisdom inside of yourself, and really empower yourself, solar plexus. Keep an eye on your boundaries. Keep an eye, your solar plexus will tell you when you are about to violate a boundary or your code of ethics, your honor code, whatever you want to call it. And really, that's kind of what's being depicted here, but it's a long myth. We're not going into to Orestes and, Euripides and, whatever. Euripides, Eumenides. Let's get a whisper of love, the voices of the higher selves of all involved, and honestly, with the amount of characters in that card, it's probably tribal. This could be about anything. Please take a nice deep breath, but mental, right? It could be arguments, but a resolution, hopefully. Let's see. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. A place for everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved higher selves of all involved, fifth dimension and above, eighth chakra and above, what is the whisper of love? The piece of information, inspiration, insight needed in service to the Sagittarius Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and their cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, to help them alchemize the artist in the eighth, Nine of Pentacles on the inner, Ten of Swords on the outer, in this Timeless Chakra Read. Love who you are, no matter what. Love more, love yourself more, not less. How can I love myself more, not less in any given moment? You are a divine and wonderful person deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. So it's not a question of deserve. However, like I said, solar plexus can absolutely hold issues of self-esteem. Now, self-esteem is actually a verb, not a noun. I know, it's not how it was sold to us decades ago. Oh, self-esteem. It's not something you have or don't have. You're estimating all the time on a subconscious level, right? And so to give yourself that space, to know that you have this wisdom inside of you that the artist in you can bring out to the world. By the way, even if it's just for you, right? You don't have to make a profit to be, right, or be famous to be an artist. All of us have an artist. All of us have creativity, right? Some people do it through journaling. Some people do it through scrapbooking, and food, right? I love to cook, but I don't want to be a chef. I garden and I do that. I'm a mystical artist, right? Public speaker, teacher, blah, blah, blah. So loving who you are is just key to this, says your higher selves. And sometimes that's just about going, I love you, right? Just say it to your heart. No one needs to know, but you're a Sagittarian. You probably tell them anyway. I've dated a lot of Sagittarius. A lot. A whole pack of flaming arrows. Let's get the last card down, the mat on healing mantra. And hello, cross-watchers, here's your opportunity. If none of this has resonated with you as you so far, or as you with you, this is the mantra to help the Saggies if you want to go for it. Please take a nice deep breath. Last card down. Still point. A place for everything. And everything in its place. All where it belongs, in time and space for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, what is the perfect healing mantra to help the Sagittarius Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video, drawn to this reading, alchemize the artist archetype from shadow to light, from lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth, with the artist in the eighth, Nine of Pentacles, Malama on the inner, Ten of Swords on the outer, loving who they are in this Timeless Chakra Read. Rewiring the nervous system, I find strength in surviving my traumas. So, the end of a traumatic event, at least from, I would say, a mental third eye element of air kind of place, because you've garnered the wisdom. Now, I would say you got a 10 on the outside. I'm sure there is a 10, the 10th pentacle coming to you, but that might be something that you create and add to that, very, very possibly. And I think love being the key might very well be, because when you're good on your own, I'm very good. I've always been rather independent that way, particularly when it comes to my art. Well, my art form as a mystical artist and everything else, it seems, then I know that can get a little tiring. But with this resolution here, on the outer, you get to recreate yourself. You get to deal with this. But, you know, we all have traumas, right? This life can be traumatic in and of itself. So I'm going to read it from the Bookie Book. And I do recommend that you look at other definitions for the word trauma, because I was taught that the original meaning of trauma was a wound that could not be healed. And yet people are healing their traumas. So, you know, that's what I mean. It's a little wibbly wobbly there. You do you. So I find strength in surviving my traumas, and that strength you've got, it's in that Nine of Pentacles. It's good. So think about it. Your nervous system, right, carries all the, it does so much, not just, you know, the senses itself, but a lot of processing. When the nervous system gets all like bound up, the ego takes over and the shadow possesses us. So I find strength in surviving my traumas. When the nervous system is rewired, you're no longer trapped in the memories of your body. You are the courageous hero or heroine of your present reality, honoring every moment of hardship as the means through which your infinite strength and greatest depth of character is revealed. It's not much of a hero's journey without hardship. And yes, it's traumatic. That word. Again. As you rewire your nervous system, you're no longer responding to life from the vantage point of your painful past, but instead are open to each encounter being more miraculous than the moment before. And I've done this mantra. Did it play like that instantly? No. But as I kept turning my attention back to it, I looked back and I saw I did accumulate quite an amazing amount of strength just by surviving my traumas, right? Not necessarily understanding them, but just living through them. Yeah. This mantra is ideal for adjusting to life after loss, healing heartbreak, and becoming more optimistic. And that's, I think, that Sagittarius part of it, right? Hey, no, I've lived through it. And then, you know, spoiler alert, nobody's getting out of here in the same body, right? Right? No one's going to stay in the same body forever. That's not physical immortality. That's Nosferatu. No, Nosferatu. Nope. TNS, Teflon neck syndrome. Your fangs will slide right off. Thank you very much. I am a witch. But this is an opportunity here to love yourself like never before, right? To love who you are, because you are worthy. You have it on the inside. You have the wisdom to handle it. It's just this Ten of Swords. If there is betrayal involved, betrayal is part of the ninth circle of hell, right? The betrayers and the liars and all of that. Yeah, Dante's Inferno. He knew a thing or two, or nine. The frozen lake cooled by Satan's wings, keeping it nice and fresh. People buried up to their necks. Yeah, no, it's quite a bit. So, you know, rewiring the nervous system, you survived it, and you are surviving it, and we're all in our own ways, shapes, and forms doing that. So I think very much this is something that the more that you work on this, the more you're going to help heal trauma across the world. And not just humans, like cats, dogs, animals, you know, trees, all of it. Drama's drama. Drama. So let's put this all together in a blessimation, combination of the word blessing and summation. If you're new, I don't know why you're shocked. I give it to you every reading. And then we'll talk about cool stuff if you want to hang out for that. One last time, please take a nice deep breath. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading. May they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to alchemize their shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, fear to love, illusion to truth. With the artist archetype in the 8th, expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, very spirituality, 9th house Sagittarius, inspiring others to see life symbolically with the wisdom that they have and an abundance of wisdom that they have. within themselves wisdom and wealth that cannot be stolen from them. In a Ten of Swords situation, which in a general read is absolutely that spectrum from the putting of the pieces together, having resolution, and then the next ace being sent, starting the cycle all over again, or perhaps this is the end of a traumatic situation rather than the beginning of one. So all they got to do, help them love who they are, even if it's just as simple as saying, hey kid, just say I love you to your heart, when you can remember to do it, starting there, because they are divine and wonderful people, deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer while they rewire their nervous system, because they get immense strength from surviving their traumas. And since we all do eventually, or come back and finish them up, play them out again in the reincarnational wheel of fortune, so may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to alchemize their shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser life, in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser way, for a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, for the well-being of all, with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So let it be. So it is. Powerful read. Hey man, how much pain has been turned into art that changed the world? A lot of it. I wish there was more of it. Well, not that I'm wishing anybody pain, but it's called being in a human body as an immortal soul and a divine child, blah, blah, blah. If you liked the reading, please hit the thumbs up. Help us, Sagittarus and cross-watches finds reading. All of a sudden, I'm Madeline Kahn. I am a Madeline Kahn channel when she wants to play. And do check me out on Patreon. If you think I'm fun here, I'm having a lot of fun over on Patreon. My subscribers are wonderful. They get the 3 basic benefits, the daily check-ins, which I love, total lifesavers, all the extended readings, there are a whole bunch of them and they're all juggernauts, and the extensive discount on private sessions with me. Remember, we have Seeker and Human as 7-day free trials. Check us out for 7-day and Bolt. I'm okay with it. I'd rather you have access, right? I want people to have access to the work. If you're supposed to find it, I want you to get what you can. Watch all those extended readings. Right, go for it. But also, I can't tell you how much supportive they've been. A lot of them are getting ready to come to the house to come for readings and private sessions, so they're getting that discount as well. So I don't know. I couldn't be happier with Patreon. Eventually, I'll be doing this work in my new home. I have a studio as well as a downstairs office where I can do the paperwork and see clients if I want to in my home. Half-acre plus of land. We're gonna garden and art the crap out of the place. I'm so excited. So if you want to follow along, you can follow us for free on Patreon. I'm putting out more and more public content just for Patreon. Click the link, check it out. I'm a hoot, and I'm not stopping. So come Patreon on Patreon, because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons. You can just call me Mal. Or Mr. Lyons if you're nasty. I don't know. Is that new? I think this is the first time I've ever said this on camera. I think I'm going to keep it. Oh, and if you want to book me for a private session, there's a video in the description box. Booking private sessions with Mal explains everything for you, just like Clarissa. And you book me in person. I'm going to be doing readings at the Magic Moon on Phila Street, Phila Street in Saratoga Springs. We're looking at 2 days a week, so you can book me up there, as well as I'm taking Zoom clients and all of that. I have never turned anybody away because of lack of funds. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch. So there's a way. So click the link, check it out, and book me if you want, because I'm still booking clients while I am still here. Other than that, it is such an honor to do this with all of this, well, divinely organized chaos going on in my life with this big transition. They say moving is the third most traumatic thing, right? Loss of a loved one, loss of a career or job, and moving. Or, you know, go look it up. I'm sure there are hundreds of different versions of that checklist. So it's really an honor, and it's really a pleasure to do what I love here. And so I hope you found it helpful. So hang in there. You can do it. Just art, heal, hail, farewell, and blessed be.